Morning, friends. This is Genius Support Coach and Mentor signing on our Facebook Live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Three cheers to get you up from wherever you are. If you're in the Middle East and if you're in India, then good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whatever works to cheer you for a few minutes in your day. And hopefully the cheer lasts long, but hey, we can give you a perk up, right? 2 minutes. 2 minutes of your time, excuse me, to find out what direction your life is going. What does direction mean to you? And how can you harness direction in your day to day life? So I love this. I've taken this from John Maxwell's blog post, setting a clear path in a worthwhile direction. And in that, he's quoted Richard Leader. So, who has founded Inventure. And Richard Leader has said, there is a raw self within each of us. Two, that is the seed of our destiny. Like acorns, we are oaks in waiting, raw potential waiting to find our calling. At the core of our destiny lies the necessity of choice, the potential to choose to become something that has never existed before. When we fail to express our embedded gifts, we starve our destiny. We starve our seed of destiny. A calling is the urge to give our gifts away. With that huge, in depth definition of calling, my question to you today would be, are you working in the direction of your calling? Now, some people have a very clear idea of their calling right from the time they're 12 and right from the time they're 8. Some people don't find their calling until much later in life. This is what I was meant to be. This is my true calling. For a lot of time in your life, you spend time going through life, getting bogged around, getting muddled over. Hi, Samson, how are you? Getting pushed around with life, with job, with commitments, with volunteer work, with family. You know you're doing something right, but you don't know what. And every day it's like you wake yourself up and get on a train. Hey, every day you wake yourself up and get on a train. You know you're going somewhere, you just don't know what your destiny is. That's the time the direction makes a lot of sense. If you don't know your direction, you're on the path of somebody else's direction. If you don't know you're going towards Churchgate, or if you don't know you're going towards, say, Bloor Street, then you know what? If you just hop on the train, that train, my friend, is going to Union Station, not to Bloor Street, or that train is going to somewhere else. So if you don't know your direction, you will be on the train to somebody else's direction. There's a saying that goes with that, that if you don't know what's on your menu, then you're part of somebody else's menu, right? If you don't know where you're going, then you're part of somebody else's direction. And direction has meaning when you realize if it's in line with your calling. To be in line with your calling is to understand your true giftedness, how you are meant to impact people. For me, I always feel I've been meant, I have been called to impact people, to uplift them intrinsically, to uplift them within their heart, within their soul, to make them feel they're worth it, that they're true child of God, right? Because God never makes mistakes. So the way He has born you and the way He's born an amoeba, there is a purpose, right? We tend to think there's no purpose because there are billions of people, but creation didn't happen because of one person's vision, one person's thought. For every one person that had a vision, there were a million people that supported that vision and took the vision higher. Imagine a leader with a vision but no followers. How would that be, right? So, whether you're a leader or a follower, you're doing an intrinsically important task. But more important, that task makes sense if it's in line with your calling. Hi, Gary, how are you? That task makes sense if it's in line with your calling. What is your calling, my friends? Have you done your personality tests? Have you done your Myers Briggs indicator? Have you spoken with friends and family to say, wait a minute, what's my true calling? How do I know? What do you find the best in me? What do you find that I can work on? Don't be shy. If your friends and family who love you so much don't tell you, you don't want to hear it from a third party. You want to hear it from them. And you know what? Your friends and family often want to lift you up. So they will couch their answer. So you know they really love you. But tell them, I really want to get better. What would you see as something that takes away from me getting better? That's part of your direction, my friends. That's part of your direction. Where you're going. Find out what you want to do, what you're truly, truly called to do. I was speaking to a friend of mine a couple of months ago, and she's a very accomplished HR person. But she said she found her calling in helping young mothers, achieve a balance in life through fitness, right? That was her calling. She really felt called to do that at that point in time. And a calling may be a lifelong activity, may not be a lifelong activity, may be a lifelong goal, but your journey towards that goal could change. But it's worthwhile for you to get invested in that goal and to have a sense of purpose in the direction that you're going. I'll give you a funny example. Uh, knowing, just going without a sense of direction is like an octopus on roller skates. Can you imagine an octopus on roller skates? There's a lot of movement, a lot of frenzied movement. You just don't know which direction it's going into, right? Think of like that. Think of it like that. Are you as an octopus on roller skates? If you are, you first of all need to remove those roller skates on, realign where you're going, put those roller skates back, and then you're full-fledged, right? You want to run with all your might. You want to run with all your power, with all your strength, thinking, feeling, emotions, when you find your direction is right. You don't want to run when your direction is wrong. You want to spend time focusing. What's my direction? So, my friends, this was a few minutes for you to stop in your day and say, am I heading in the right direction? What is my ultimate goal? If I die today, what would be my ultimate destiny? What would I do that I would see completely fulfilled? And I'm not a person who says, oh, you will feel only fulfilled when you're 65 and when you achieved something. No, I'm a person who says you feel fulfilled every day in and day out. Sometimes you don't know your direction. Sometimes you're on the way to knowing your direction. Sometimes you're on your path, you know your direction, but you feel, my God, Texas is way far. I'm just beginning my journey. It's going to take me 2 days. But because it's so far, you don't put your head on the gas gauge and say, you know what, it's so far, I'm never going to make it. No, you decide you need gas, you need food, you need water, you need some company, you need a good vehicle. You decide what you need and then you make the journey. You don't stop in between and say, oh my God, it's so far, I'm never going to make it, right? In the same way, when you decide your direction, your goal, if you want people to listen to you, you want to be worth it. And often the direction is that journey where you become worth it for them. You were always worth it for yourself, but to be heard in the minds of hundreds of people, thousands of people, millions of people, that journey is going to make you worth it. You cannot tell people how you move from Toronto to Texas if you've never journeyed yourself, right? Now, you might not have journeyed in the same way, but what they're looking for is experiences of perseverance, experiences of success, how you did it, right? Not just, I just flew there and somebody flew me in and out and that was done, right? So often the journey is important. The journey adds the story to life. The journey adds meaning to life. And the journey reinforces the directions in your life. This is Genius Support Coach and Mentor signing off. And I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow on another wonderful word. In the meanwhile, Samson and Gary, thank you for hopping on. Yes, Gary, they're very impactful words. I love them. And it makes me ponder on where I am taking my friends and my family, what direction they're going into, and how can I help them and support them. So I look forward to connecting with you on another word tomorrow. Till that time, have a wonderful direction filled day. Bye for now.